It is my distinct pleasure this afternoon to recognize a very special person with the awarding of an honorary degree by the University of New Orleans. Honorary degrees are academic degrees that honor distinguished contributions to a very specific field. It is my pleasure today to award a Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, to Mr. Jon Landau. Mr. Landau is an Academy Award-winning producer, special effects guru, and movie studio executive. In 1988, he and his partner James Cameron won the Academy Award for Best Picture for Titanic. The two men also took home the Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture Drama for Titanic, and again in 2010 for Avatar. Titanic, which grossed more than $1 billion worldwide, and Avatar, which made $2 billion worldwide, are two of the highest grossing films in history. Mr. Landau earned his first producing credit on the teen comedy Campus Man in 1987, followed by co-producing Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Warren Beatty's Dick Tracy. He served as Executive Vice President of Feature Productions at 20th Century Fox, and during his tenure at Fox, Landau supervised productions on many films, including Die Hard 2, Home Alone and its sequel Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, The Last of the Mohicans, Mrs. Doubtfire, Waiting to Exhale, and Broken Arrow. Mr. Landau is a graduate of the University of Southern California, and his distinguished career in the motion picture industry and his groundbreaking work in digital effects, which have entertained and delighted people from all over the globe, and the recognition he has received from his peers and critics alike, warrant the granting of a Doctor of Humane Letters. Mr. Landau, please join me at the podium. With the approval of the University of Louisiana System Board of Supervisors and the authority vested in me, it is my privilege to award you an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters. Dr. Kevin Graves, Interim Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, assisted by Dr. Norm Whitley, will hood Mr. Landau.
Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to ask honorary degree recipient and your commencement speaker, Mr. Landau, to please come forward.
Thank you very much for this great honor. It really means a lot to me. I was very flattered when Kevin McClin and the university asked me to come here and speak. And then I found myself getting a little nervous because you are our future. And I felt that responsibility. And I thought back to my graduation and what the commencement speaker said there, and I couldn't remember a thing. So I'm off the hook a little bit. But like the president said, what I want you to do is I want you to look around this room and remember the people who helped you get here today. Your parents, your siblings, your teachers, your friends. Think about those closest to you. Appreciate what they have done for you that enables you to be here. You know, today is your commencement. It marks the end of one chapter in your life and the beginning of another. And as you look ahead, I have a challenge for you. Dare to dream. Other commencement speakers, they might quote Homer or Socrates or Einstein. I'm going to quote Jiminy Cricket. Because Jiminy Cricket said, if you don't have a dream, how can that dream ever come true? So the future is going to be defined by those who dream. But too many dreams are left dormant. They become the prisoner of fear of the unknown. Don't let that happen. We all dream, but that doesn't make us dreamers. A dreamer enacts upon their dreams. 40 years ago, Apple did not exist, Uber did not exist, Beats headphones did not exist, but in each case, somebody had a dream, and they acted upon that dream. And true dreamers don't fear change, they embrace it. They accept the challenge that comes along with it. They make the commitment to take on that responsibility. And in doing so, ask yourselves, not what do you want to do in life, ask yourselves, who do you want to be in life? And who you will be the result of the choices you make each and every day. You don't need to know what you'll be doing 10 years from now. Instead, you need to live every day to its fullest. Let life's journey take you on paths that you might never have imagined possible. These paths, they don't belong to your parents. They don't belong to your teachers or your friends. They belong to you. They will be drawn by the choices that you make, how you bob and weave along life's road as it ravels in front of you. What will the next path be? What will the next opportunity be? When I graduated, I didn't know that I wanted to be a producer, but I knew that I wanted to work in the film business, and I was prepared to take any opportunity that was presented to me. The first job I had was on a television movie called Max and Sam. I was so excited I got to work on the set for 6 weeks of filming. But you know what? I was sent 6 blocks away every day to lock up traffic. I didn't learn that much. And then someone said to me, John, do you want to work in the filing department, in accounting, for a couple of weeks? I had no interest in accounting. I had no interest in filing, but I said yes. And you know what? I learned more in those 2 weeks doing that than the 6 weeks on the set. Now, I read everything I filed. I don't know that I was supposed to, but I did. And I say that to you. Take any opportunity and learn from it. You will move from one job to another project. Don't ever get comfortable with the job that you have. The effort you put in on that job will determine what the next opportunity will be. That's how you will define yourself, by the work you put in. I was given an opportunity on a movie called Beat Street. Best thing to come out of that movie is I met my wife, Julie. And here we are more than 30 years later. But the other lesson that I learned on this, I was asked to stay on and supervise post-production. I knew nothing about post-production, but I said yes again. And we were approaching our release date, and our music editor came to me, and he said, John, we're not going to be able to deliver the movie on time. I was 24 years old. I knew exactly what to do. I marched into the producer's office. And I said to the producer, I said, David, Tom says we're not going to be able to make our delivery date. And David didn't get upset at all. David looked at me very matter-of-factly and said, John, I pay you to tell me how it can get done, not that it can't get done. And he walked out of the room. And you know what? We made our delivery date. And I can't tell you how many times I've thought about that story as we've approached movies like Titanic and Avatar, and the tasks have seemed so daunting. One of the things that I do remember from my graduation day was that feeling of satisfaction that I knew more than my parents knew. I was wrong. Because you know what? Learning never stops. It won't stop after today. It won't stop after grad school. It won't stop after your first job or your last job. But that is one of the things that makes life so exciting and unpredictable. And learning is about questions and answers. You don't always need to have the answers. You always need to have the questions. So if you're given a choice between answering a question and answering one, ask the question. And another challenge for you. Every day, ask one question that begins with what if, and answer one question that begins with why not. Now, dreams, they can't always be realized alone. Oftentimes, they need a team of people working together, and you have to understand that. You can't go the path alone. And there are times when a dream will seem impossible. But when you start working with a group of people on a shared common vision, the impossible turns to improbable. And as you continue down the path working together, improbable turns to inevitable. And that should be the goal of every dream. And our movies are a great example of that. Our movies are only as good as the team of people that we surround ourselves with. People who are willing to give as much as they take. We seek out the best people who are not only the best at their jobs, we seek the ones that are the best people. And I think what we're looking for is the same thing that any business is looking for. People who are willing to give 110% of themselves. People who want to embrace the unknown. People who are self-starters. People have an opinion and are not afraid to articulate the reasoning behind the opinion. People who want to continue to learn. People who dare to dream. And people who never give up. Sometimes people need a little motivation in that never give up department. When we were making Titanic, there were people who came to me and said, "John, we're not going to be able to do it. We're not going to be able to do it." And this was in the day and age before Amazon. So I actually went to a bookstore and I bought 30 books for our department heads. And I described every one of the books with the message that said, "I know we can, I know we can." And the book was The Little Engine That Could. And you know what? We did. And one of the most satisfying moments that I had in my career was 12 years after that, when we were embarking on Avatar. And we were facing the same types of challenges. One of the people who worked with us on Titanic brought into me his copy of The Little Engine That Could and gave it back to me. And once again, we did. So as you move forward, remember with your careers, don't be afraid to fail. Remember that a dream is a leap of faith, and therefore, failure or mistakes are inevitable. When we were making Avatar, Jim Cameron said to me, "You know we're doing something new because we're screwing up so much." And you're going to be defined as much by how you react to those moments as you will be by your successes. I want to share with you something that John Travolta once said to a director friend of mine. Travolta said, "The thing you have to remember is that nobody is paying as much attention to your failures as you are. You're the only ones who are obsessed with the importance of your own life. To everyone else, it's just a blip on the radar screen. So move on." Well, today is the day where you move on. And as you move on, you have a choice to make. You have to make a choice about your life and making a choice to live that life with integrity. And as you move on, I encourage you not to waste time being somebody else's image of what you should be. Instead, make a choice to be yourself. Make a choice to follow your passion, to realize your dream. But don't rush to get there. Soak in the moments. They go by way too quickly. Don't rush up Lakeshore Drive without taking time to enjoy the sunset. Don't walk by a painting without noticing the brushstrokes that bring it to life. Don't walk out of a movie theater without appreciating all of the people who went into making that piece of entertainment. And don't rush from here to an after party without taking time to absorb the accomplishment that today represents, and without taking the time to thank all of the people who helped you get here. It is those type of choices that will define who you are. We used to live in a world where we believed in people, not just in technology or in commerce. Well, I believe in you. We used to live in a world where people felt that they could make a difference. I believe that you can make a difference. And as you move on, I urge you to make the choice to make a difference. Be successful in your careers, but as you move forward, remember it is one thing to be a leader in a career, it is another to be a leader in life. As your careers better the lives of your families and your families' families. Use your successes to create a greener, more sustainable world. Use your successes to enable you to do things that ensure that your children have a better public school education than we offer today. Use your success to enable you to do more things that will ensure that our children's children live in a world with less crime and less drugs. Use your success to help the world rid itself of racial and religious bigotry. You are our future. As you dare to dream, it's okay to look back and remember where you came from. It's good to look to the side and see who is walking alongside with you. But it is essential that you look forward and ahead to make your dreams come true. Don't give up on those dreams until they become a reality. Dare to dream. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you, John. And thank you so much for agreeing to spend some time with us this afternoon and for those words. As a token of our appreciation, I'd like to present you with a University of New Orleans medallion.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.